girls. It was with the au pair, Bodil. Gorgeous Swedish bird, couldn't keep her hands off me. She's a top model now. Sasha was wildly impressed. Not that that was why she had fallen for Will. All the girls loved him because he was captain of the rugby team at school, handsome, rich, and insanely popular. But Sasha Miller was drawn to another side of Will Temple. He was funny and spontaneous. When he wasn't with the lads, his posse of sycophantic hangers-on from Tunbridge, the local public school, he could be loving and sweet. Sasha and Will had been an item for 3 months now. If Sasha didn't do the deed soon, she knew there was a line of girls from St. Agnes's waiting to take her place. She'd only been putting it off because of the rumours. Rumours about it. For weeks, Sasha had been hearing that it was so huge, an appendage of such superhuman girth and elephantine length, that sex was bound to be agony. So it was with immense relief that Sasha watched Will drop his Simpsons boxer shorts to reveal a modest 5.5 inches of manhood. Eager, certainly, ready for action unquestionably, but hardly the Eiffel Tower. "You could never disappoint me, darling," Will assured her. "Just follow my lead, I'll take care of you." Kicking aside a pile of dirty sports gear, Will led Sasha to the bed and started taking off her clothes. Sasha closed her eyes. Downstairs she could hear the thump, thump, thump of music from the party and wondered if all Will's friends knew what he was up to. Do boys talk to each other about things like that? She tried not to think about it, or about the faint but pervasive smell of mildew rising from Will's sheets. "What's wrong with this thing?" Will fumbled with the clasp of her bra. "Why won't it open?" "Sorry, it's quite old." Hearing the exasperation in his voice, Sasha wriggled out of the offending garment herself. 2 perfectly round, full 17-year-old breasts tumbled into Will's hands like ripe fruit from the tree of heaven. "Bloody hell, you're gorgeous," he gasped. He was right. With her flawless, milky skin, gleaming mane of black hair, and sparkling intelligent eyes, the same pale green as mint ice cream, Sasha Miller was a knockout. But she was also different. All Will Temple's previous girlfriends had been the cool, popular girls at school, standard-issue blondes with size 0 jeans and the latest Topshop heels. With her Marks & Spencer's cardigans and sensible lace-up shoes and her nose permanently stuck in a science book, Sasha Miller was a card-carrying nerd. But that was what Will loved about her. He'd had his fill of dating prom queens. Sasha knew even less about fashion than Will did, and either didn't know that she was beautiful or set no store by her looks. She also had no interest in the local Sussex party scene, a scene of which Will Temple was the undisputed king, but even kings could get bored. Sasha gazed up at him, naked and adoring. "Thank you. You're gorgeous too, Will. The pain was sharp, but it was over in a second. Sasha didn't even remember Will taking his underwear off, but he must have, because before her head hit the pillow he was inside her, pounding away like a jackhammer. Tentatively, Sasha ran a hand over his bare back. She was debating whether or not it would be bad form to reach lower and stroke his bum. Perhaps she ought to have spent more time reading the Cosmo Girl problem pages when she was younger like the rest of her friends, when Will let out a strange yelping noise and pulled out of her. "Would you like a condom?" Sasha offered helpfully. "I've got one." "A bit late for that, I'm afraid." Will grinned. "Sorry, darling, you're so sexy I couldn't help myself. I didn't hurt you, did I?" No, not really." Wow, so that was sex. It was quite a lot shorter than I expected, but that's probably only because Will's so good at it doesn't take him as long as other people. "Shall we go back down and join the party?" Will was already pulling on his jeans. "Of course, I'd much rather be here, making love to you." He kissed Sasha on the forehead, "But I feel a bit rude, being the host and everything. Jago's probably pocketing the silverware as I speak." Will's parents were on holiday in Spain. With a faith in their eldest son that owed more to love than judgment, they had left Will in charge of Chittenden, their beautiful 16th-century farmhouse in the Sussex Weald. Tonight's party was his 3rd in as many days. Oh, gosh.